Howdy, kids. How's everyone doing tonight? Is everyone ready to do some productive things? Because I am not, but I'm going to anyways. So, you guys keep me on track. Tonight's pumpkin spice night. Does anyone have any fun treatsies they're having? I already posted mine on Instagram. I got these Pillsbury, what are they? Pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls. And cinnamon rolls are like, they're my kryptonite. They're my favorite sweet treat. And I may or may not already have had two of them. They're definitely jumbo sized. So, but my husband also came home with some pumpkin spice mini cupcakes. Look how cute those look. So, they're here. Even if I'm sugared out, they are a cute little prop to have. So, ooh, Elena is having a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks. That sounds great. I've been wanting to go to Starbucks and get something, and I haven't yet. I really want to get like a dirty chai latte and put the pumpkin cold foam on it. I think that would be amazing. Hey everyone! Hey Ava! Hi Mr. Rose. Sorry, I forget how to say that name every single time. But good to see you. Good to see you. Diamaro, no treats, but just had dinner. What'd you have for dinner? Caitlin's here. Hi, Caitlin. Funny, it's pumpkin spice night, and Caitlin's the one who gave me my pumpkin spice cold foam recipe. It's great. Hello, 50 hats. Hi, Kristen. So happy to see you. Allie's here. Ooh, pumpkin spice muffins. Oh my gosh, that sounds really good. Reading Rouge by Mona Awad. Ooh, okay. Okay. I'm into that. I was like thinking of adding it to my TBR, but I was waiting for more thoughts from folks to see what they thought. I read Bunny by Mona Awad, and I respect it. I respect what it was doing. And but I did not read the one that's about like chronic pain, and I feel like I should. That was, I think, her second one. And yeah, I need to read that one. But Rouge just seems very much up my alley. I love anything that like explores beauty standards and ageism and things like that. Just seems like it's gonna be really, really interesting. I hope you enjoy it. And ooh, you had egg fried rice and quinoa. Oh, when I make it at home, I use quinoa instead of rice. That's awesome. Hi, Bookish Inns. Welcome, everybody. Oh, and Andrea's here. Hi. I'm gonna wear my super bright blue light blockers tonight for these sprints. What is everybody working on? I have two projects that I'm doing tonight. I am going to be working on drafting some bitter bones, and I'm also going to be working on line for a school presentation. I just decided that I was going to try it. I was going to give it a shot and maybe do a couple school visits. And if I like it, then maybe I'll do like a school visit tour. But I've got to create a presentation, which is horrifying. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I've got like a little outline, and I'm making it work. So every sprint, I'm gonna bump back and forth, see how we do. Shelby, hello. My favorite is a Dunkin' cold brew with sweet cold foam, almond milk, two blueberry, ooh, oh, butter pecan. That, oh, that sounds great. All right, 50 hats. Okay, you're working on your novel and verse. Good, good. Um, oh, it's about colorism and Western beauty standards, a huge part. Interesting. I did not know it dealt with colorism. Cool. Well, I mean, colorism isn't cool, but it's cool that it's exploring that. Awesome. Preptober planning. Yay. That's so exciting. Wait, Preptober, does that mean you're doing nano now, Kristen? You keep flip-flopping on me. Let's see. Caitlin is rereading the first few chapters that she's drafted for this new project. You need to refresh because you haven't looked at it in a few weeks. Well, that's awesome. Are you doing more horror, or are you doing something different now? Thank you. We will all have fun writing tonight. Pumpkin's here. Hi. They brought, let's see, pumpkin spice creamer just for this. Oh, so happy. So happy. Kristen, you are doing Nano. Okay, you gotta give me the deets. You gotta give me the deets. Are you working on a new project? Are you like working on your, what is it? Are you on your third draft now? Or are you starting something completely new? I'm nosy and I want to know everything about it. We're doing a pumpkin caramel this year, by the way. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I'm trying to get my life and my health together over here. But what can you do? All right. Diamaro is figuring out what they want to do in their project while slipping high from finishing the third draft of another. That's awesome. Good for you. Keep that high up. Oh man. I've been doing some Bitter Bones work off and on earlier today, and I was in a chapter. I'm on chapter 16 out of like 30 projected chapters so far, and it was just really giving me not problems, but it was like I had my outline, which was like a paragraph of what happened, what needed to happen in that scene, and I needed to expand it, but then I realized I didn't know like what actually like what the sequence was of events was to get from the beginning of the paragraph I had to the end of the paragraph. So it was just like the past couple days I've really been trying to figure that out, and I ended up just being like, I'm just gonna have to summarize. I'm gonna have to summarize what I think would happen, and then we can worry about going back and making it pretty at another time. Because not obviously not everything that I'm writing in the summary needs to actually happen in a chapter. That would be like super boring. Like you don't need to know that this person went to the bathroom first and then they got some Cheetos from the vending machine. Like you don't need to know that when we're writing like horror thriller type story. So yeah. But once I figured out I just needed to write what happened for myself, and then later I can go back and write what happened for a reader in like a more interesting way, I felt a little bit better. And I also realized that that chapter I was writing actually needed to be split into 3 because I'm writing very short, choppy, goosebumpsy like chapters. So, and it's exciting because now all 3 of those chapters end on like a reveal or a cliffhanger or a twist. So, really proud of the work I've already done today, which normal days would mean I would be taking a break. But alas, it's summer sprints. We're pushing ourselves. We're gonna keep going. So, yeah. Let's see. Caitlin, a multi-POV adult fantasy, but there's definitely some horror vibes. Ooh, goodness. I've been thinking about like I have this idea in my head for like a adult fantasy multi-POV big thing. I'm like, maybe I should just like work on it for funsies on the side. Like, I don't think it's anything that would ever sell because it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty basic. A bunch of people warring over kingdoms and prophecies and things like that. But I'm like, I just want to write it, even though it would never sell. But I don't really have time to work on things that I think would never sell. But then I'm like, well, it'd be fun to have like a little side project. Write it for myself. No one ever has to see it, so I can let it be as crappy and tropey as it wants to be. Sometimes I want to do that. And every time someone's like, I'm writing an adult fantasy multi-POV, I start wanting to work on that all over again. It's basically a ripoff of Stardust. Like the movie version of Stardust. It's basically that. So I could never sell it anyway. But yeah, I don't know. When am I gonna have time to do something like that? Well, enjoy. I'm living through you, Caitlin. Lucky gal, you. Let's see. Shelby, their plan is to try and figure out how to get something to pitch to agents either now or later in the year. Well, that's awesome. Good for you. May the force be with you. Andrea Brown is how I pronounce my name. This is also why I'll be writing under a pen name. I'm sorry. I really am so bad at this, Andrea. I apologize. It's just there's so many ways to pronounce that, and then I have multiple Andreas sometimes here in the stream, and then they're all. So I apologize. Please continue to call me out anytime I say your name wrong. But yes. I totally understand wanting the pen name then, if that's like a common thing. I hate that though, and I will do my best to remember. I still have the sticky note down here where I wrote down the pronunciations. It's just like on the fly, you know? Ah, excuses, excuses, right? And then let's see, Riza finally is going to do some actual writing during one of these sprints. Well, that's exciting. Good for you. Kristen is doing a new adult horror project and hoping to make it as a self-indulgent, no pressure. See, see, that's what I should be doing. A new adult horror project. That's so cool. I want the deets. I want the deets. Message me later with the deets. Let's see. Aquarius Owl just finished reading Anatomy of Story last night. Really liked it. Will definitely be using it during Nano. Yay! I'm so excited. I actually got a comment on one of my videos. I just did a kind of a two-part video series on Anatomy of Story, and someone asked if I was reading Truby's newest book, Anatomy of Genre, and I actually am. I'm like halfway through it, so really, really awesome. Um, Andrea is now I'm like second guessing myself. I was like, is it Andrea Brownlet? Yes. Is brainstorming or wants to brainstorm a new story idea, a sci-fi novel. Ooh, sci-fi. I read a million things at one time, but I'm currently reading the Expanse series, that massive adult space opera. And I'm kind of been obsessed with it. Like it's my new obsession for the past few weeks. And now I'm like, I want to write sci-fi too. So I'm trying to like squeeze all these things in. My gosh. And Nathan, yes, adult fantasy, you must, Lindsay. We love War and Prophecy. I love War and Prophecy too. I freaking love it. The Stardust movie. Yes, the Stardust movie is so good. Like, definitely top 10, if not top 15. I love everything about it. It's like a comfort movie for me. So good. Um, Brianna working on illustrations and love the autumnal glasses. Thank you, thank you. They are very intense blue light blockers. Because I was feeling a little bit tensiony, you know, like not quite headachy, but like it could develop. So I was like, protection. Oh goodness. Um, Anisha is working on a small town Stranger Things middle grade. Ooh, love that. Nathan still working on the graphic novel. Co-writer is with you today. How fun! Let's see. I loved your breakdown of acquired book videos. Thank you for the graphics and the research. Well, you're welcome. I'm glad so many people are liking that video as much as I did. Like I really thought I was gonna put it up there and you guys were gonna be so bored. Like just like I don't know what I thought, but the turnout, you guys really showed up. So I'm so happy you're happy. And I got so many great comments in that video with some amazing ideas of other things that I could add. And I'm just thrilled. So a little overwhelmed with the amount of work, but I'm excited. I'm so excited to be able to be making these things and talking about them with you guys. So let's see. Oh, a mystery novel. Well, that's fun, Shelby. Well, good luck with that. Let's see. Megan. Hi, Megan. I'm going to be working on some design work tonight and freelance work. Awesome. Carrie. Hello, hello. Is working on the first draft of the 1920s romance. Ah, love the 20s. Amazing. Hi, Maggie. You missed the last couple sprints, so you're excited to tune in. Well, I'm so happy to have you. I'm glad that you got to make it. And Riza also loves Stardust. Yes, Bailey working on a story that's inspired. That's amazing. I love it so much. I just love how there's so many different powers at play in Stardust, but they all combine and they all weave together. And it just seems really complex, but it's like really smart. So I like, and it's like the story that has a lot of smart and heart. So, anyways, I've been chatting for like 15 minutes. We probably should sprint since that's why we're here, you know? So I say we jump in. Let's do a 20-minute right off the bat to get it going. I think first I'm going to work on, let's see. Should I work on my book first or the school presentation? Let's do the school presentation. I think I've done more work on the book today. So we're going to do that first. At least that's what I'm doing. Alrighty, let me get this going here. And all right. Let's start sprinting in 3, 2, 1. Let's sprint. All right, everyone. Great job. How did everyone do? I hope you all did great. I was collecting some pictures that I was going to use for the PowerPoint presentation that I'm going to use for the kids for the school thing. Um, it's a lot to create a presentation. I've never done anything like this. Like I've got no teaching experience, no like kid experiences. Luckily, the lovely Michelle Schusterman has been helping me out with the presentations, and she has teaching experience and tons of presenting experience, and she's been helping me out. So yeah, but it's a lot. It's a lot to start from scratch, but that's what we're doing. And I'm trying not to get overwhelmed. It's like writing a novel. It's like one thing at a time. Like tonight, I'm just collecting pictures that I could possibly put into the PowerPoint. you know? Yeah, it is what it is. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Gigi is here. Hello. I'm doing great. Having tons of good pumpkin spice stuff. And it seems like everybody else is having a plethora of pumpkin spice stuff. So it's really, really great. Nathan wrote 103 words. Awesome. Pinterest research turned into me laughing at memes. Yeah, Pinterest, it's a dangerous place. Jessica's here. Hi, Jess. Worked on research for the project we talked about today. You guys didn't know, Jessica's my critique partner, and she's incredible. She's actually been on a stream or two with me before, so love that girl. Um, Eva said the glass which made me laugh, it made me gasp, it made me cry. I love it so much. It's powerful, magical, and it's 5 stars. Oh, I'll put this review somewhere eventually. Eva, thank you so much for sharing. That is just makes my day. I'm so happy that it made you so happy. My gosh. Ugh, I love that. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, take your time, but reviews are very, very helpful. So if you wanted to put it up on like Amazon or Barnes and Noble or wherever you bought it in Goodreads, it's very, very helpful. But oh my gosh. Thank you for telling me that. I love that book so much. It's just it's a warm hug for me, is what that book is. It means a lot to me because it is so I don't know, it's like it's a hot cup of cider when you need it. At least that's what it means to me. So when other people tell me that, it makes me feel it. Thank you. Um, let's see. Brianna just learned how to draw a comfy, elegant looking grandma sofa at a sunroom. Oh my gosh. I love that. All I ever want is to be a grandma in a comfy chair in a sunroom. Like, what the heck? Carrie got 150 handwritten words. My goodness, your poor hand. First drafts are hard because I'm aware of how bad it is. Yeah, for sure. If it were a book, I wouldn't read it. I know editing, but I never finished. So I know editing, but I never finished. So we got there. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's hard. I'm right there with you. I am right there with you. Um, my first draft is terrible. Like it's so bad. I've never let anyone see my first drafts like at all. So I'm right there with you. I was feeling it extra hard earlier this week because I'm annotating a copy of the odds for a giveaway. I thought it'd be fun for people just to see like little Easter eggs and little things I was thinking as I was writing the book and, decorate it and do like a fun giveaway thing. And that's a fully polished, professionally edited book. So I'm reading this and I'm drafting a new book and just seeing the discrepancies, it was like, oh my gosh, this is trash. But then at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, I know what it looks like when it does, like when I do my best, and then my critique partners do my best, and my editor does his best, and the copy editor. So like, I know it can happen. But yeah, seeing a first draft can be disheartening. But yeah, well, I'm here rooting for you, Carrie. Rooting for you that you can finish and get to the editing stage. I mean, yeah, you just gotta do it, Just gotta make yourself do it. Gigi didn't write, but did reread the first few chapters of your work in progress to remember where you left off. I mean, that counts. I always count my rereading time as part of my sprint, so yes, for sure. Ariza wrote 100 words. It's definitely something. It's definitely something. Don't discount yourself. Allie wrote 388 words and hoping to hit 20K words. Oh, that's exciting. Well, I've got my fingers crossed for you that you hit it. Um, and I can't wait. I can't believe you waited so long to read it, and the odds will be much faster. Oh, that makes me so happy. I hope you enjoy the odds. It's some of it's the same, some of it's different. Um, I don't know. I think that my voice will be the same across, but I don't know. It's a little bit different, but it's I don't know. It's so weird having a second book out because I'm like, oh, what if the people who like the glass witch don't like the odds, or like maybe someone will discover the odds and then they'll go read the glass witch and they'll be like, what is this crap? Like, I don't know. I love them both. It's like having two kids that are very different. Like one's my cute, wholesome, and then the other one is like my little goth middle child. That's how I feel about the odds. Oh gosh. Anisha got 220 words. It's incredible. Good for you. Oh, Lori, you love the Glass Witch too. Thank you. You guys are too sweet. You guys are so sweet. And can't wait for the odds to come out next week. Arriving next week. Oh my gosh, you guys. I can't believe it. It's literally 6 days from now, which is just wow. It's like you wait forever for the book to come out, and then all of a sudden it really is. Also, like, can we just talk for a minute? Can we be real for a minute? I'm just like real talk with you guys. I can't believe they let this be a thing. I can't believe they let me write this. Like it's so goofy. It's so ridiculous. And I kind of just thought of the idea on a whim. I was like, LOL, what if I wrote a book about a little girl trying to save all of her grandparents that she lives in a nursing home with? And then I just kind of wrote it because I don't know, I was still kind of like feeling kind of crappy from the query trenches and like, yeah, I'd sold the Glass Witch, but like, well, I hadn't sold the Glass Witch yet. Had I? No, I hadn't sold the Glass Witch yet. So I was like, you know what? I need another book to distract me while the Glass Witch is in the query trenches. And so I just wrote this weird book. And then, I did sell the Glass Witch and they were like, okay, great. It's a too big deal. What do you have next for us? And I'm like, well, I do have this weird like graveyard retirement home adventure story. And they were like, that's fine. That's all we need to know. We'll talk about that later. We'll just put it in the contract. And so they did. And I feel like I totally like tricked them into publishing this book. I have very serious imposter syndrome about this book because it is just it's very ridiculous. Even my dad just finished reading it and he's like, and my dad doesn't really like fantasy in general, but he's my dad, so he read my son. And he was like, that was something. I'm just like, so anyways, yeah, I basically gaslit Scholastic into letting me publish this book. Um, I feel like it somehow just slipped through the channels. Like someone didn't approve it and they were just like, it's fine. And now it comes out in 6 days and people are actually gonna read it. And now I'm nervous because I'm like, it's just here's the thing, I'm proud of it. I'm rambling, I'm sorry. I'm proud of it and I know it's good in my heart of hearts. Like it's good to me. So like I'm happy with it. And that's all that matters. Cause like as long as you love your book, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about it. But now that it's gonna be a reality that other people are gonna read it. And I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like it's too weird and I'm just being dumb and self-conscious. But anyway, champagne problems, right? I'm sorry. I'm being obnoxious. But love that I have you guys here to chat with about these things. Anyways, back to you guys. Let's see. We have Rizzo. I keep calling you Rizzo like it's Greece. Riza, rereading the edited work versus the draft makes your brain hurt. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Um, Jessica said the odds is the best ever. Well, Jessica, you're my friend, so you're as weird as me. Your opinion doesn't count. No, but thank you. Ava believes you though. So that's good. Yeah, Andrea said, "Remember everyone, the first draft is trash. Just get the words out and fix them later." Exactly. Exactly. I heard someone say one time, you can't clean the toilet if you don't shh in it first. So that's how you gotta look at your first drafts. Um, your humble nature is this is not humility, this is self-esteem issues. Don't be fooled, Ava. Oh gosh. Um, let's see. Ava didn't finish her first draft until 2022. Editing is a favorite part. Yeah, see, that's good encouragement there. Yeah, and the editing process, like once you get in it and you can see it like becoming better, I always get so excited. It's usually for me in my process, it's the taking of the second draft and turning it into the third draft when it suddenly starts feeling and reading like a book. And sometimes when I'm reading over it, I get caught up and I become a reader instead of a writer. And I'm just like, oh, this is good, you know? Um, yeah, I love the revision part too, because it just starts feeling real. So let's see. Elena pre-ordered. Woo! Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, let's see. I feel like I missed a conversation. You guys are talking about pirates. I missed something, or else YouTube got rid of it. Let's see. That's cute. I like that having like a little playful tradition in your house. Also, this is precious. You're too clever. You tricked them without even wanting to. I'm a mastermind. I think half the time I'm like, this is how publishing works. Like, you wake up one day and you're there and you're like, how did I get here? And people are like, oh, you're a genius, you must be smart, or you must be really good at this. And it's just like, yeah, you know what, you're right. That's like I planned this whole thing. Oh gosh. Um Ava, you're being very sweet. Stop it. Listen, but I feel that way too when I read other people's stuff. Like Natalie Lloyd, I'm obsessed with her. I think she's so talented. She's like my favorite middle grade author. I have her entire collection of works. You can't see them, but they are right here on my bookshelf. I'm like obsessed with her and I think she's so cool. And I read her stuff and it makes me feel so crap about what I write. And then, she knows I exist now, which is like mind blowing to me and kind of embarrassing because when I was just a reader and I was just gushing over her and tagging her and all these things, she was just like, "Oh, you're so cute," and now I'm a writer, and she's just, I'm like, I don't know, it's just awkward because I feel like I'm too like obsessed with her, and she's like, "Get this weird groupie off of me." No, she's like super sweet, and I love her very, very dearly. But yeah, that being said, I don't think you'll ever like not feel like an imposter at any stage of it, you know? Um, thank you, Jess. Thank you for the kind words on the odds. I am very proud of the twists. I'm very proud of those. So that is one thing. And I actually got my dad. Jess, you know what twist I'm talking about. I got him. He guessed one. He guessed who the bad guy was, which is fine. But he's like, "You didn't get me on this." And I was like, "Well, Dad, the book's for 10-year-olds. So I hope you feel super smart." But yeah, I think that's gonna be a good twist. I don't think many people are gonna be looking for that one. So yeah. Okay, now you guys were just hyping me up. Thank you. I yeah, you guys are the best. See, that's why I always do the live streams because you guys are so sweet. Um, I'm only slightly sorry for derailing the chat. I get to tell my son soon that I talked to the author of the book. He saw me. Oh, it's so sweet. Oh my gosh. That is just so sweet. Oh, my release day is Talk Like a Pirate Day. That's freaking awesome. Oh my gosh. I love that. And it's about like treasure and stuff. I have an idea for like a kid piratey book, but it's very young. It's like very young, middle grady. Um, but yeah, I love pirates. I grew up on Pirates of the Caribbean, so um Andrea said, "Sometimes I wonder if my novel idea is too weird, but whenever I tell people the concept, they're like, sounds cool. I want to read it." Yeah, yeah. See, I think because sometimes we just get into our own heads. And like I'm preaching to myself here, but like I know that like there's gonna be people that are gonna read the odds and like totally love it. And it's just like I'm in my own head. But I feel like we get like that sometimes. Um, yeah, yeah. And the thing is, I think a lot of times too, like if you are genuinely passionate about what you're writing about, it'll come out and it'll show on the page. And even if it's not something that like a person technically would like reach for, like if the writer is passionate about it and I can tell they're loving what they're writing, like all of a sudden I'm more invested. Um, so yeah, it just really shows. Like my critique partner, if she's still here, Jessica, a book ago, she wrote this incredible like rom-com YA fantasy, and it's such a good book. But like if I went to the bookstore, I would never just pick up a YA rom-com just because that's not my vibe. But the passion that she has for this ship and for the characters and for the issues she's exploring in the book, um, it just like it fed my soul and I was excited because you could tell that she was excited writing about it and she was passionate. So like I became passionate and it's like one of my favorite books I've ever read by her. In fact, I don't know, Jess, it might still be my favorite. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love Tides, which is her current book that she's querying. But Spell It Out for You was just like a fun romp. And I think it's because it's so out of my wheelhouse for me to like something like that. The fact that I love it so much, I'm like, I was gonna love your high fantasy dual POV, but I don't know. Anyways, caveat, not caveat, but like chasing a rabbit is what they say. Um, yes, I got my dad on the twist. Isn't that funny? Um, my son's 5 and has been reading for a few years. Young middle grade is in my range still. Yeah, that's awesome. Jeez, that's amazing that your son's been reading so much. That's incredible. Um, let's see. Yeah, Andrea, I remember you talking about this. I think this sounds so interesting. Um, like, I mean, that's got so many good buzzwords. Like, people are always looking for, good rep to see themselves represented in books. Anything that is like culty is gonna grab people. Like, it just sounds great. Like, I would read the heck out of that. You know what I mean? Um, Jessica, I'm so furious nobody wanted your rom com. Well, you're still in the career trenches. You never freaking know. Oh man, it's such a good book though. Spell It Out for You. What a good title. Yeah, Jess, see it? So cute. It's like I don't want to like give it all away, but it's like Spell It Out for You because the dude that the girl's in love with is like her best friend, and he's just like being dumb about the fact that he's not in love with her. And she's like, "Do I have to spell it out for you?" But she's also a witch. How clever, right? Oh gosh. Jess, I'm just hyping you up, girl. um, yeah. All right, you guys. So I've been talking so much. I'm so sorry. This is supposed to be a sprinting thing, and I'm just over here going on. Um, you guys keep chatting if you want, but I feel obligated to do another sprint. I think that I'm going to keep going with the school presentation on my end, just because it's getting towards the end of the night, and I don't know if I can make my creative brain work this late at this point after working all day. So, no, but you're not in trouble. Not in trouble. You keep talking. You keep talking. Just for the people who want to sprint, I better host one because I guess that's why I'm here. But yeah, so another 20 minutes. Everyone down for that? Down to clown. And yeah, I think we should. So put this back up and redo this. if I can figure it out. Let's see. All right, cool. And we will start sprinting in 3, 2, 1. Let's sprint. We got another one down. How did we do? I got another few pictures done. Oh, give me just a second. All right. How did everybody do the sprint? Hopefully well. I got some more pictures from my presentation. So yeah, it's going. It's going quite well. I uh I think that I think what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to teach I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just having fun. But I'm trying to teach the kids how a book goes from like writing to being published. So I'm kind of taking them through that. So it's kind of like educational. I think the teachers would like that. But then I'm also kind of just weaving in this theme of like perseverance too. I was like, like thematically, to show them like, hey, there's obstacles at every every little rung on the ladder. And you got to keep pushing. And then I'm gonna be like, this is how Begonia, my main character in the odds, perseveres, and this is how Addie perseveres. And then I'll be like, you children persevere. Oh, I don't know. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's the goal of the entire thing. And yeah, but I gotta find all the pictures of all of the things to show them. Like, I don't know. I need to find pictures of messy first drafts. So I'm going all over trying to find pictures from old YouTube videos and from my inboxes, and it's a lot of retrieving. So yes. Let's see. Ava got the kiddos a snack. He's playing hooky from school tomorrow. We're on appointment, so bedtime is a bit later for us both. Very nice. Well, hope the appointment goes well. Grayson's here. Hi, Grayson. Thanks for joining us. Distracted by your husband's commentary while he makes us dinner. I mean, at least he's making you dinner. Heck yeah. 50 Hats wrote a few poems. Good for you. Child Me would have loved that presentation. I hope so. I'm trying to make it engaging. I actually did a lot of research on like how to keep kids engaged with presentations like that. And basically you just sugar them up, like make it interactive and bring candy and props. That's what I've learned. So I'm gonna bring a big old bag of candy to incentivize them to pay attention to me. And I guess I'll ask them questions at the end and just beam them with candy if they get it right. And then I'm gonna bring props. One of my really great ideas that I thought, more brilliant moment, was I was like, okay, if we're gonna talk about persevering, let me bring in all of my rejections. Like, do you guys remember, if you've been here a while, you might remember I printed out all my rejections for my query blog video. And I kind of like take you through them over the 3 years I was like trying to get an agent or whatever. And I had them all printed out and they're in my closet. And I was like, what if I take all of those rejections and I put them in a jar? I can like pass them around and the kids can like hold it and see it and like, I don't know, they'll probably just be like, but I'm like, oh, that could keep them engaged. So I don't know. I thought that was a good idea. So I'm gonna do that and then candy. And then the great thing about the odds is there's like trivia in it. So randomly throughout the presentation, I'll just be like, trivia time, kids. And I'll just put something like goofy and ridiculous up on the screen. And I'll be like, multiple choice, which is right. And they all can just shout it out and hopefully have fun. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go, but they can't hate me. I'm actually really scared they're going to hate me, but if I've got candy, they can't hate me, right? Oh gosh. I just feel like the moment I get up in front of kids, I'm suddenly like a chubby 10-year-old with huge self-confidence issues all over again. So we're just diving real deep tonight to all my emotions. Um, let's see. GG, bit upsetty spaghetti because I'm trying to find the writing groove, but it's eluding me. Now I feel it. Sometimes it happens. Hopefully you find it though. Hopefully, or maybe I don't know. Maybe your like body's telling you you need a break. You never know. Uh, balloons maybe toss it around, don't let it fall. Ooh, that would be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah, good idea. Candy equals love. Yes. You're just old. Yeah. Yeah. Um, walked in time just to feel called out. Welcome. Um, oh, thank you, Andrea. I hope so. I hope so. Um, yeah, we'll see. But anyways, everybody, how'd you guys do? How'd y'all do? Did you get anything else done? I was gonna say do another sprint, but we only have like 8 minutes left until time to call it. So we might as well just chat for a little bit if you're up for that. Um, yeah. Let's see. I've not actively touched any of my work in progress for like a month or two. It's been a long time to get in the groove. Ah, okay, okay, I've got you. Get back in the groove. Yeah, that's always rough when you're kind of like out of the practice and having to make yourself get back into it. Yeah. Do you think it's like one of those things where you just have to like I don't know, you think it's like a creative block or you think it's like a just like you got to sit down and do it and you don't want to do it. So you're not making yourself do it. You got to like be harsh on yourself or is it like, can't figure out a problem type situation? Um, those are rough. Um, oh my gosh, Ava. Not at all. Although I guess Brandon Sanderson is also just like you know, a normal person too. Um, but that's cool. Oh man. Andrea 4:24:23. That is really, really good. You were blazing through on that one. Incredible. Um, yeah, man. Only a pumpkin spice latte real bad and a pumpkin scone. Ooh, haven't fully dived into the early fall vibes until I do. Yeah, I feel it. See, I'm too scared to like really get all into fall. Like I haven't let myself decorate yet because I know it'll hit like 90 degrees. It's summer here until about the second week of October. So, and then we get like 2 weeks of fall and then it's winter until May. Um, that's how it goes. So, I don't know. um, let's see. Lori, how did you come up with the Fatima character? I love her. Well, thank you. I'm glad you love her. I love her too. She's like the best ever. Um, Fatima is the best friend in The Glass Witch. I was gonna say if I had a picture. I guess I have her on my mug. This is Fatima right here. She is like really girly, glitzy, but then she's also obsessed with monsters, which I think is so fantastic. Like just imagine Barbie, but she's like, yeah, obsessed with like gore and creature features and all that stuff. She's so fun. I don't know how I came up with that aspect. I know that a lot of her like background and religious views, she is a hijabi and all that stuff. That came from my best friend Fazila. In fact, her middle name is Fatima, so it just made sense that I would shape Addie's best friend after my best friend. So yeah, a lot of her like background and family and things like that came from um, Fazila, and then but the goofy like Barbiness mixed with the monster stuff. I don't know. I love putting two clashing things together with characters and just kind of seeing how it plays out, like with her um, basically being like a pageant queen whose biggest aspiration in life is to like be abducted by monsters. I was like, that's hilarious. I'm putting that in a book. And then within the odds, I have Bass, who is the like sidekick character in there. And he's like a little scaredy cat baby, but he also just wants to be a mortician one day. So I love playing with like conflicting character traits and molding them together. So that's where she came from. So yeah, I love her so much. She's perfect. She's so perfect. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, you're talking about your writer's block here. Yeah, self-doubt needing to be harsher or mixed. Yeah, and it usually is that. It's usually like not just like one solid thing. Um, yeah. Yeah, that's rough. Well, I hope you can figure it out, work through it, push through it. It'll come back. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. um, oh, it's summer here year round. Yeah, do you live like down south or somewhere like hot? I'm in Ohio, so it's just muggy. Um, yeah, getting ready by hanging up the black cat. Critters already destroyed things so fast. Oh goodness. Let's see. Oh, I'm glad you loved Fatima too. Ava, that's amazing. Yeah, fantasy punk vibes, honestly. That is her. Um, oh my gosh, you're in upstate New York? Ugh, I just feel like upstate New York or just like New York or anywhere like even closer to the East Coast is just like the fall there. It just holds such a romantic place in my heart. That's amazing. I bet the apples are incredible up there. Um, yeah. Ooh, South Florida. Whoo! Sorry about that. Ugh, gosh, yeah. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. Stay inside with that AC. um, oh, Morgan's here. Hi, Morgan. Yeah, I am ending really soon, but I'm glad you stopped by to say hi. It's always good to see ya. Good to hear from you. So yeah. The apples rule, I bet. Oh my gosh, I'm such an apple fiend. Like, ugh, there was a time where I ate like an apple a day in my life. Like an apple and peanut butter is supreme snack. Incredible. Uh, Gigi got their homemade pumpkin spice latte during the last spread. That's amazing. Yum. You guys are making me want to get out and get a drink. Um, although I had two of the pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls. So yeah. Whoops, it's okay. Life's about balance. It's fine. Life's about balance. Sometimes you eat two cinnamon rolls in a day. Doesn't mean anything bad. Um, yeah. All right. Well, you guys, I think I'm gonna pop off here and I'm gonna let you guys go. Let you get some sleep or wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, whatever time of day you are. Um, I'm gonna, yeah, head out of here. Try to get some sleep. Do it all over again tomorrow. I got a video coming out tomorrow. It's just a wrap up of my, let's see, what was last month? August. And I just talk about my reading and my writing and some fun life stuff happening. So you can catch up with me then if you'd like to. And next week is going to be the very last sprint of summer sprints. I cannot believe it. Like I can't believe I did this for 14 weeks. Like, and I can't believe I made so many of I really thought I would be like way too sick to make most of these. But yeah, taco night. So you guys get your tacos on and we're gonna kick it off. Yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I had such a good time chatting with you guys tonight. Thank you for like essentially being my therapist tonight. Sorry in advance. Um, and yeah, you guys have a great night and